The real Everton are back to all the pundits and fans across the country who thought Everton should be careful what they wished for. To all who wondered what Everton fans wanted after the sacking of Sam Allardyce, following the boss taking them from 13th to 8th last term. Take note, this was it. A few weeks ago, Blues supporters would have been grimacing at the home run that was laid out in front of them. 4 of the top 6 sides in the country were all making the visit to Goodison Park one after the other, and Marco Silva's side had been struggling for form for weeks. However, the draw against Liverpool set Everton on the right path again. The victory over Chelsea provided the statement they needed to announce that change to the rest of the league. And they proved it again once more today. Everton fan slammed Jamie Redknapp after comments following win over Arsenal. Not daunted at all by the opposition, the Blues came storming out of the blocks and made sure they took the game to their opponents. They exposed the weakness of Arsenal early on, that being their 5-man defence, which was absent Laurent Koscielny today through injury. Yet again, Everton's high-pressing tactics proved to be absolute nightmare for the opposition, with every player putting an incredible amount of energy and desire into making sure the visitors couldn't play the way they wanted to. The big factor was the Blues' aggressive nature, both when in and out of possession. They bullied Arsenal off the pitch. But that's not to say there weren't incredible pieces of football, with the likes of Bernard and Andre Gomes in particular producing the kind of quality Champions League sides would be drooling over. The aggression was there, the intensity was there, the quality was there, the heart was there, and, crucially, the result was there to back it up. This is Everton. The real Goodison Park is back. Phil Jagielka of Everton celebrates, and lo and behold, when the players start performing like that on the pitch, Goodison Park responds in kind. There's little doubt in anyone's mind that the Everton crowd has been absolutely crucial in their side taking 7 points from the last 3 matches at home, all against top 6 opposition. The derby was a special match, of course, it always is against Liverpool. But the second half against Chelsea certainly matched that level of volume, and it coincided with the Blues taking control and securing a 2-0 win. This weekend's match against Arsenal was another chance for the fans to invigorate the players on the pitch, and they didn't let the squad down. One thing that should be commended is the work going on by a section of supporters in the Goodison Street at the minute. Sunday's display was a multitude of flags as the teams walked out onto the pitch, working perfectly with the banners on display, and brilliant singing voices throughout from that side of the ground. Not only does it get the players up for the match even more, but it gets the rest of Goodison Park raring to go. The second half on Sunday was electric. L4 was home to a wall of noise as Everton bore down on that Arsenal goal time and time again. As ever, football has proven to be a two-way street. As the players showed more and more determination and desire, so the fans rewarded them with roars of passion. Goodison Park is getting back to being a place visitors hate coming to, rather than a destination the home supporters felt uncomfortable sitting in. Both the club and the fans deserve a massive amount of credit for turning that around. Kept clean, Kurt Zouma is all smiles after the Premier League match between Everton and Arsenal. Another game, another clean sheet. It's getting a bit easy, this, isn't it? It's almost hard to remember a time where Everton fans were truly very worried about the condition their defence was in, but it wasn't so long ago. In January and towards the start of February, the Blues went through a shocking run of conceding, especially through set pieces. Questions were starting to be aimed at the manager. Did he really know how to properly set up a defense? Well, those queries have been answered emphatically over the last few weeks. Since having a 17-day break in February, Everton have played 6 matches, 3 of those against sides either battling for the title or the Champions League. The Blues have conceded just 3 goals, all of them coming in one fateful half in Newcastle. Apart from that 45 minutes, the Blues have been truly stunning in keeping the ball out of the back of their own net, and Sunday was no exception. The visitors managed just 7 shots in total, getting only 2 of those on target. At no point did Everton look under too much pressure. At no stage did it look like Arsenal were going to be able to penetrate that solid brick wall at the back. Seamus Coleman has found form at the perfect time and has been brilliant over the last few weeks, especially in refining his defensive capabilities in some style. Lucas Digne was less effective going forward against Arsenal, but hardly put a foot wrong at the back. Kurt Zouma was once again imperious as the Gunners tried desperately to find their equalizer, as effective in the air as he was with the ball on the ground. But arguably the most impressive considering the circumstances was Phil Jagielka. It can't have been easy being called upon to start such a big match so late, but he didn't let anything like that affect him at all. The club captain was crucial to that back four, keeping them organized throughout while making sure his own positional play in particular was outstanding. And he bagged the winning goal to boot. Everton's defensive turnaround over the last few weeks though has been massively impressive, and will certainly be something Silva is very proud of heading into the closing stages of the campaign. Taking chances. Dominic Calvert-Lewin of Everton applauds fans. If there was maybe one tiny gripe you could take from this match, it's that Everton really should have won by more goals. At the end of the day, it's a better disappointment to have when you've won the match regardless, but that won't be how Silva is looking at it. After taking the lead in the early stages of the game, the Blues grasped control of proceedings with both hands. Throughout stages of the second half in particular, after Arsenal had their best spell of the match shortly after the restart, Everton were cutting through the visitors like a knife through hot butter. That is, right up until they got in and around the penalty area. How many times throughout the game did Everton find themselves in behind the Gunners' back line, only to play a wayward pass or make the wrong decision? Dominic Calvert-Lewin should have played a pass through to Bernard in acres of space. The winger himself missed a one-on-one opportunity with Leno to make it 2-0 as the game was entering its dying stages. And that's just to name a couple. There were countless other opportunities that Everton should have done better with. This is a young team, they will make mistakes going forward, especially with the likes of Richarlison and Calvert-Lewin only being 21 and 22 respectively. But, on the balance of play, 4-0 wouldn't have been an unfair result on Sunday. And a more ruthless side would have been able to secure that. That's the next step Silva needs to make. His side are now showing the exact qualities Everton fans want to see from them, but they need to add more quality inside the final third. Do that, and suddenly the Blues are looking like a seriously promising prospect.